Hello and welcome to this last video about the views. Today we speak about label procedures in gvSIG. So why labeling? Because the label helps user to immediately read an information linked to a single element or feature. And how should be a label? A label has to be easy to read and understand, and with a size that does not cover the symbols. Here there is the layer properties. In gvSIG, it is under the properties with the contextual menu, and here we have to enable the labeling properties. Here we can choose which kind of labeling procedure to adopt. In this case, I've used the label attributes defined in the table, and then I select here the field in the table to be used to label. Then here I set the height of the label. And from here I can choose the font and the color of the label. Let's see how it works if I click on 5 or 6. You see here I can choose the font, like if it is a doc file, so I can choose the font, the size, if it's bold or italic. And from here I can choose the color with default one, or I can customize my color through these options. This is a simple result. So if I've chosen the white color and the adequate size, then all the countries will be labeled according to the name if I've chosen country name as a field to be used for labeling. I can use as well some tool like advanced labeling. Here I can check user defined label from the drop down list, and here I can select more options. We'll analyze these two: label only when feature is selected, or label features in the same way. Let's see the last one. I click here on properties, and here we see if I click on properties, we have this window that will open. In this first, I can define the name of the label, the font, the color, the size, and if you use one halo or not, and the color of the halo and the width of the halo. Then here I can choose which label to be used according to the field in the table. I can also use, for example, let's say population divided by area in order to have density as label, so I can build up my expression for labeling. Here I can have an overview of the label. Then I can click OK, and my labeling will be applied. You see, in this case, I've used only if selected, so when I select some features, they will be labeled. So this is some options. Then I can also choose allow or not allow label overlapping, and I have here the preview. Then I can have some problems. Let's say if I choose a label feature in the same way, all the features will be labeled, so without considering presence of selection, and they can cause some problems. So let's see how we can solve these problems, because this is not very nice to be seen. I have in visualization option, I can define the scale range. So let's say I can define at which level, let's say, of zoom the label will be visualized. So in order not to overload my view with label, so it's according to the user needs, we can define minimum and maximum scale in which label will be visualized. As well, I can use to the placement options if the label will be always horizontal or always straight, if they have to be fit inside polygons, and if I can have to remove duplicate labels or other options available. So you see, in this case, it's much better than what I've seen before. Similar tools can be used if points have to be labeled. So I can define location. Let's say I can define, let's assume this is the point, the priority where the label has to be placed. With this tool I can define each of these positions as priority from higher to lower priority. And as well, here I have the same tool, remove duplicate labels, or as we've seen before. The same are for lines, and see you can locate also in the middle, begin, and of best of lines, if I have to put label above on the line or below. So you see, I have all the customization parameters to place label in the best possible way. So now we have finished with label, and next step would be to analyze and edit the vector layers and attribute tables. Keep in touch.